to see that in action. Take much more.
We must help Ash! Its defenses are shattered!
That helps.
A little bit, but not much. This game is just held together with scotch tape from the dollar store. I put it down to 60 FPS, and I put the DLSS on, and it's been relatively stable. There's still some parts where it drops, and there's nothing I can do about it. Man, I can't hold any more items. I can fix that. I'm getting carried right now. In case you're wondering why I'm just kind of standing here. Get rid of some of this junk. Okay, how do I can't move them? I hate when games don't let you do that. Just get rid of it. It's so damn hard to just get rid of stuff sometimes in these games. Like, no, just remove it. I don't want it.
Doesn't go well.
We'll be sitting ducks like this.
Get rid of all the junk after this. There's barely anyone playing this, so this person was nice enough to help me. I was playing a little bit earlier. I played for like a good 3 hours and made a lot of progress. I gotta get rid of stuff. It's gonna keep barking at me for having not enough space. At least this game is pretty chill about it for the most part. It doesn't ask too much. What's up, Dissidia? Yeah, it's probably about to go up to 600, dude. Seems like it's gonna go up to 600 very soon. How you doing, man? Let's just move all this to the storehouse. Just get rid of the items. God, I hate inventory management. just give me infinite items. I hate dealing with this stuff. I just want to play the game. Just get rid of it. Yes. I don't have to do that again for a while. We'll sort through it later. This guy said he could only be on for an hour, so I'm gonna take advantage, seize the day. Didn't you play this when it came out? Like, it should be higher than that by now. Honestly, at this point, just skip the 500. In this game, there's no reason to, when a new cap comes out, there's no reason to not just go straight to the cap, because that just makes everything drop at that level. Even when the game first came out, people were basically boosting to get to level 300. Like, there's no point. Even though it's like an extra 100 levels, it's really just one. They just go up to the highest one. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's running better for me a little bit. It's how many polygons are in the models, and the particle effects is what makes the performance bad. They haven't done anything about the particle effects, but the models definitely are not getting fixed. Maybe if this game gets re-released like 10 years down the line or something. The models have like way more polygons than they need, so it's gonna spike your GPU no matter how much VRAM it has. But it's been better for me. I did quit before because of the performance. I was playing for a couple hours earlier and it's fine. Probably got interns to make the models and they didn't bother to like check them. The guys in charge didn't look like, you know, why does this bat have like 500,000 polygons? You're not even going to be looking at it up close. You're going to slash it a couple times and it'll die. No. Somebody said the bat has like hundreds of thousands of polygons, which is like it's like a AAA character model in like a more higher end game. Like that's an insane, that's out of control for you know, it's basically just a most generic video game enemy, a bat. They tend to have like maybe 5 frames of animation in a pixel art game, but in this game they have like as many polygons as probably like a Cyberpunk model or something. I've heard that it's fine, yes, but I can't confirm or deny that. You'd have to look it up. I decided to upgrade my PC because there's like barely any games on PS5. I know I'll miss out on Final Fantasy 16, but I need to see more of that game if I'll even like it. They have so few exclusives. I'm like, I'm just gonna spend the next few months paying off this this PC upgrade, and unless the game is optimized like crap like this, I mean, I can run pretty much anything at like 120 FPS. So I'm happy with that for now. I heard Final Fantasy 16 is only, I think they said it's 6 months exclusive, so I don't care. I'll definitely get good views for that when a PC port benchmark comes out. And if there's mods for it. Again, I'm not getting a PS5 by the time that comes out.
Screw that.
Something about Ash.
New console was nice though. I was actually pretty impressed with it. I got to try it at the Game Center. It's a nice console, but like barely anything is exclusive on it. If it is, it's times. I can wait. I'll wait the 6 months to a year. It'll probably run better on my computer than a PS5 anyway. Well, more than worth the wait for me. I'm hearing the PS5 version of this is fine. It's just something that they're not going to fix. Unless this game sold like another 10 million copies or something. But they took the money they got from making this Epic exclusive. They'd have to fix like every character model in the game. They're not going to do that. It's a problem with how the game was made, how they like didn't know what the fuck they were doing. A bat should not have as many polygons as like Cloud and FF7 Remake. there was a mod to make everyone bald, because when they're not bald, their hair takes up like so much resources. That was actually a thing when this came out. There was a mod to make everybody bald to improve the performance. That's how bad this game is. bad this game was made. You're not looking at these characters up close. You're looking at their back from like far away. They don't need to be that detailed. Then like you soul crush one of the bats and the game just tanks because that's even more polygons on the screen. I mean, there's gonna be at least one more patch for this at the end of the month, right? In like 3 weeks. They could, but it's unrealistic to expect it, because it's basically would have to like remake the game.
Can't take much more.
They fucked up when they started making this. I don't know how what the hell happened with this game, like... It's not normal for generic skeletons and bats to, like, bring a computer down to its knees. It's not normal. Those are, like, generic enemies that are in every video game in some capacity. You don't, like, put a lot of time into them because they die so fast. You're not gonna, like, put as much time into them as, like, you know, playable character or a big boss or something. But they did that for some reason. Kyo, no, the upgrade helped a little bit, but it's mostly, this game doesn't really, this game is GPU bound because of the things that I just mentioned. I've been talking about for a few minutes. CPU upgrade isn't gonna do anything on this game. Maybe if I had like a 4090 or something. Maybe a 4090 could handle this game. Basically, the recommended specs, they don't even work. There's somebody in the Neo community, he had like the exact specs that they listed on their system requirements, and he could barely run it. Yeah, the processor upgrade is not going to do anything on this game. Maybe if I had like 12 gigs of VRAM. Just insane for a game that looks like this. This looks like a late-era PS3 game. It's like more demanding than like Cyberpunk. I could ask this guy if he can join. Hold on, wait till this run, alright? Why don't you get into the game right now? Actually, I'll just, I'll give you the ID. Hold on. I'm gonna do this from Discord. I don't want to tab out of the game because this is so poorly made. Let me give you... There you go, check your Discord, dude. I'm sure he won't mind. Yeah, you said you're good, man. Come on in. But yeah, a game like this is not going to benefit from a CPU upgrade. Like the Switch emulation, I've noticed a massive difference. I think I had a bottleneck before. But now everything's around the same power in the computer, so... certain games have worked better. Why did he leave? Okay, they're saying you don't have the DLC, so I guess you can't join. Alright, he's not. Are you responding to Cydia? You're gonna come back in? They're not. You can't do it because you don't have it unlocked. You might have to wait until next time. It's up to you. Because we're just gonna run this for like a couple more minutes and then I'll probably play a little bit and hop off. Oh, you have the DLC, but not the mission. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Hold on. I'm waiting for a response. Alright, I gotta get this going. I don't have much time. Okay. Okay, rejoin. Yeah, come back in. Alright, Dissidia. Let's get in here, man. We're getting help. Hope you didn't rage quit the game. Yeah. Come on in, buddy. Alright, we're waiting for you. I'm saying you can't play, man. I don't know, man. I want to get back in playing. Yeah, but I guess you haven't unlocked all the stuff. I don't remember how to do it. I guess it just would let you play whatever you want. Are you sure? You want to leave or what? You're missing the story missions, yeah. Yeah, you have to do those. We can't help you with that. You can put the night 400% on, and that'll make you invincible. Put the extra mode on, and you can just beat it. We can't help you until you do that. So yeah, you'll have to do that, and then maybe you can come back in. Hey, maybe I can help you after this. But yeah, you have to do those to unlock it.
Usher it to the other side.
I see something like this.
No, it's not your fault, dude. It's the way this game is made. It makes you go through solo levels to get
Watch it
the
carefully.
DLC. But you can just put 400% night armor on, and that will do it. So you're basically you put that armor on, 400 affinity in the night. That makes you invincible while you're in Lightbringer. But then extra mode basically puts you in Lightbringer all the time. So you're literally invincible. You can just use that. I think they put it in because they know that like barely anyone's playing the game. They don't want you to get stuck. So you get less stuff for doing it, but for starting out in the end game stuff, it's really useful. I'm pretty sure those missions are one player only anyway, so we couldn't help you if you wanted to, which we do of course. But I think it should just let you play whatever the hell you want. You can unlock it for yourself later. Co-op in this game is really good otherwise, though. Just like that one thing that sucks about it. You should be able to just take your friend wherever you want to go. So that you can all like do the same thing, but it doesn't let you do that.
Very nice.
Are you still here, man? If you stick around, I can probably maybe help you. They should fix that, though. You should be able to just play whatever you want. This game is really anal about it. Everybody has to have the same thing unlocked. Otherwise, it won't even let you play at all. This is dumb. Otherwise, the co-op in this is really good. City, are you still here? I can't tell if you're still here. You didn't leave. Yeah, when this guy is done, I can probably help you, dude. Fortunately, it's just this game is not really too kind sometimes. Should be able to just join anybody's room. They're not that nice. the algorithm like recommending my stream? Why doesn't it recommend it when I'm actually doing something interesting? It's a slow news day. Like, I do much more interesting stuff than this, but not tonight. This is kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. That's like the third time that's happened in the past month. Like, somebody new comes in, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. It's just the algorithm doesn't seem to do that when I'm like doing something actually interesting to watch. It's out to get me or something. There's got to be some better streams on than this. It's a low-tier stream at the moment. I do more interesting things, but tonight I just kind of turned the stream on because this guy is helping me. But yes, it is Final Fantasy. Welcome. I noticed they have been recommending a lot of lower viewer channels lately. I've been getting that a lot too. It's actually been pretty spot on. It's like stuff that I would actually watch, but normally the algorithm wouldn't show me that. It would just show me the stuff with the biggest numbers. I found some pretty cool channels through that, so I'm glad that they're changing it. I just wish that they would do that for me when I'm actually doing something worth watching. I'm kind of just standing here collecting loot. Like, not really doing anything too interesting at the moment.
See something like this in
I don't know, people watch other people, like, eat on here, so I guess I shouldn't be too hard on myself. There's people that, like, do mukbangs and stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't want to watch someone eat, like, 30,000 calories. I'm sorry, YouTube, I'm not interested. I probably should be easier on my stream. At least I don't have, like, the cam on. I'm not, like, eating, like, 30 hot dogs. Talking about some criminal case or something. I've been recommended those videos before, like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't want to watch anybody eat in the first place, but it's always like, I'm gonna eat, like, this 50,000 calorie pizza or something. Like, nah, man, I'm good. Thanks, but no thanks. To make the video about, how bad the bathroom destroyed them after that video, like... That's like the real algorithm bait right there. That toilet's gonna be demolished after that video. Like, if I stream, like, a brand new game or something, it won't do that. It won't, like, try to bring people in here. I think the real reason why they're doing that is because they're looking for, like, new channels. Because a lot of the big ones have all this drama surrounding them, and they're getting canceled left and right. Whereas, like, the smaller ones don't have any of that baggage. I think that's what they're trying to do. The algorithm is a fickle mistress. I don't think anybody that claims to understand it really even knows what they're talking about, but that's my theory. I think it's also advertising problems as well. You have, like, big people on the platform that get canceled for, I don't know, doing various bad things, but then, like, the advertisers have their ads on those videos. And they're getting pissed. And I think that's what it is, actually. And Logan Paul is a prime example. That guy has done some really horrendous things. The advertisers are like, yeah, we don't want our ads on this guy's video. Can you recommend, like, Some guy standing around in Final Fantasy Stranger Paradise for an hour. That seems to be the case anyway. Can't even comment on a lot of videos of like kid shows. They get automatically marked as for kids, so the comment section is blocked. What really sucks is there are a lot of like really good videos for like cartoons and children's shows and stuff that used to have like funny comments, but you can't see them anymore. Because when they passed that law where you have to mark whether the video is for kids or not. If you mark that it's for kids, there can't be any comments at all. But it's something that was done retroactively, so like there was like some funny like Sesame Street video or something and it had like adults commenting on it and you can't see it anymore. That one's not bad, actually. Huh. They added item fusion to this recently, which helped a lot. That was one of the things that made me stop playing this game besides the performance. Kinda had to win like 10 different rolls to get the kind of gear that you wanted. It's like basically impossible to get something actually usable. And now you can just fuse and you can just make the gear. It's a grind, of course, but
See something like this?
reminds me of the weapon fusion in Dynasty Warriors 8 before they changed it. Basara 4 was like that too. Like, yeah, you're never gonna get the exact thing that you want, even though it's a single-player game. There's no like economy. There's no like real money auction house or anything. Like, no, you just can't get what you want unless you play the game for like 800 hours. That's kind of what made me want to come back. I fused some items earlier. It's pretty cool.
There's a curse on your head. Not off to a good start.
It's not over unless we give up.
an exit.
Keep your wits about you and we'll be fine.
We should be able to make a build after this. Just gonna ride this train as long as it lasts. Because I did buy the DLC, so I figured, might as well. Oh, this is the last run. Alright. So we'll do something else after this. I don't want to spend them blindly. This is Final Fantasy Origins Stranger of Paradise. You'll see actual gameplay after this, maybe. But this guy is carrying me right now. This is his last run. We'll see if there's any other people I can mooch off of. Otherwise, I'll probably switch games. The dragon treasures are kind of hard to come by. I don't want to just spend them blindly. See if I can find a build I can copy. There's probably something in the Discord I can copy.
See something like this is.
Keep your wits about you and we'll be fine.
This is the only Final Fantasy I've completed. I'm definitely a Tales fan. I just don't like the combat in Final Fantasy games. I've tried them before. I haven't liked any of them. I might like 16, but 16 is going to be timed exclusive for PS5, so I won't be able to play that until like a year from now. I think it's 6 months timed exclusive. I could play it at the Game Center, but you know I have to pay by the hour there, and it's a JRPG. It's not like a beat 'em up or something. Could probably try it out there, maybe like rent it or something, but that one looks like something I might enjoy. But I need to see more unedited gameplay. They've only had like really heavily edited trailers for it. It gets people excited, but for me, I want to just see somebody decent playing the game with like minimal editing. That's generally when I get excited for a game. The trailers don't really grab me. They cut away from the game too much. I don't really care. By the time I get to play it, it'll probably have like DLC and a bunch of balance patches and stuff. Quality of life changes and everything. I'll get the complete version. Now, I've beaten almost every Tales game. This is the only Final Fantasy I've ever finished. I just couldn't stand the combat. It's either like slow turn-based or like weird offline MMO combat. I just couldn't get into it.
We'll be sitting ducks like this.
It does not fear us.
Think before you strike.
Well, they've made more of Final Fantasy VII than everything else. They made a movie. They remade 2 of the games. They've done so many spin-offs. It's the most popular one. It's their cash cow. A lot of people seem to say that they don't like a lot of the stuff that came after the game. It's kind of like a Star Wars kind of situation. They like keep it going and going past what it should be. Like something has like a pretty satisfying, concrete ending, but then they keep adding more to it because it's making money. A lot of people don't like the plot in Crisis Core. I know they're gonna do some stuff in the remake, the second part of the remake, that's gonna piss people off, I'm sure.
That helps.
Some people already have a lot of animosity towards that game anyway, because the first one is kind of like the most uninteresting part. It's not really the full game, and they're changing a lot of stuff about the plot and everything. I don't know, there's just no way to remake that game and please everybody. I think that's why they're making all the changes that they are. It's such an influential game. A lot of people, it's like one of the biggest parts of their childhood and stuff. I think that's why they're changing it so much, because it's like there's no way they're gonna make a AAA turn-based game like that. Turn-based is pretty much stuck on like mobile and like indie games now. It's pretty much mobile and indie games, and then there's a couple like higher budget ones like Megami Tensei, Persona. Like heavily carried by Persona. Well, they made a sequel to Final Fantasy X as well, and a lot of people hated that too. No, there's a reason why most JRPGs don't have sequels. A lot of times they have like pretty definitive endings, but they keep it going because it's a cash cow. The story tends to take a big dump eventually, depending on how long they take it. I mean, the Final Fantasy 13 sequels, just the only reason they exist is not to like flesh out the story. It's basically because they spent like a ridiculous amount of money making that game, and they needed to make their money back, so they recycled as many assets as they could, and they crapped out 2 more games. A lot of people didn't like the story in those either. It's like, well, they didn't even really make it with wanting to flesh out the story in mind. It's just a business thing to make their money back. A lot of people like 10. A lot of people say 10 is the best one from what I've seen. But even 10's got a very divisive sequel, and then there's also the book, the novel, that people don't like. I heard there were some talks of making another Final Fantasy X. They'll probably just ignore that book, because they know that everybody hates it. It's not like probably barely anybody read that book anyway. Well, I think 10 is kind of hard to go back to for some people because you can't skip the cutscenes. Like the speed run for Final Fantasy X is literally like 65% cutscenes. So I'm not even exaggerating. It's like a 10-hour speed run, but like 6 hours and some changes is unskippable cutscenes. So they made a mod to skip the cutscenes, and now the game can be beaten in like under 4 hours. So it's kind of a drag. You know, the game has a good story. Obviously, I've watched the story of that game. I never wanted to play it myself, but I have watched friends play it. That's one of the things that really sucks about that game. You want to go back to it. You basically are watching like 3 feature-length movies, just the cutscenes. They like remastered that game like twice, and they never really thought to add a cutscene skip. It sucks because people like to do challenge runs on that game and stuff, but you kind of gotta realize that like a good chunk of your time is gonna be not actually doing anything. I'm pretty shocked they're adding cutscene skip to the Symphonia remaster. That's like the only good thing about that remaster in my book. Because that game is very much the same way. It's the gameplay is really good, but it's good enough that you want to do like challenge runs and solo runs and stuff, but you gotta mash through a lot of text to do it. Like, it's great the first time, but it starts to really grate on you after a while. That's the other thing about both of those games. Actually, they have like really good gameplay for their respective battle systems. You know, like Final Fantasy X is like really solid turn-based combat, and then I'd say Tales of Symphonia hasn't aged as well because it's a lot harder to do like action combat than turn-based. But they're both like really highly regarded games, but they both have the same problem. If you want to do like gameplay stuff in them, you got to sit through several movies worth of content just to get to the part you're actually trying to do. It's a bummer. Yeah, I think it's like 6.5 hours. The any percent speedrun of Final Fantasy X is like 6.5 hours of cutscenes. So it's really hard for most adults to even think about speedrunning that game before the cutscene mod came out. That's not even taking resets into consideration. Like, just doing like one run takes like 10 hours. Pretty much your entire waking day. But now with the mod, there's been a lot more people speedrunning that game. Now it's down to 3 hours, so you can actually maybe do like 1 or 2 runs or something. Actually, I think Tales of Symphonia speedrun is like, I think it's like 8 hours. It's like 8 hours, but like I think like more than half of it is cutscenes, and it's worse than Final Fantasy on your hands because you have to mash through all the text. It's a much older game. Well, no, they're about the same age roughly, but you're basically mashing the A button for like 10 hours. So it's legit tiring. It's basically like it's supposed to be like a chill speed run. You know, you're not doing anything like too crazy, but you actually are like mashing the button. You're basically doing like a 10-hour QTE, or like 6 hours of it is mashing the same button. So it's interesting to think about. Turn-based RPGs are pretty easy to get into. You don't need to have like super high tech skill to play them. But the stamina you need is pretty nuts.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
What kind of combat do you like? Do you like action combat? Do you like turn-based? Do you like tab target? You got a lot of choices right now, honestly. Turn-based is still hanging on. It's just you're probably not going to see it in a big AAA game ever again. Closest you'll get to that is the Persona games. I don't really think they're gonna put like $100 million into a turn-based RPG anymore. That's a thing of the past. I'm sure a lot of people really like that actually, more than they think.
Third chapter. The superheroes are all here.
Realistically, it's not gonna happen.
City. There can be only one winner. Get ready to brawl. Fight! Max first attack. Showtime! We're awesome! Maximum! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Air combo! Good!
storm is coming. Well then, let's see how this
Maximum.
goes. Ha! Take this.
Good.
Yeah! Ha! Ha! Fight! Ha! Ha!
Air combo.
Take
Good.
this. Yeah! Ha! 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 Ha!
Good.
Hiya! Fight! Hiya!
Air combo.
Ta-ta-ta!
Sweet.
Ha! 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 Ha!
Air combo.
Yeah! Ha! Hiya! Ha! Roar! Thunder! Up there!
Excellent. Yes. Air combo. Sweet. Yes. Good. Danger. Great. Level maximum. Cool. 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 Crossover. Yes. Air combo.
Showtime! Whirlwind!
Wonderful.
Let's go! Whirlwind!
Maximum.
Yeah!
Good.
Fight! Yeah!
Air combo. Good.
Fight! Yeah!
Air combo.
Yeah! Fight! Yeah!
Air combo.
Yeah!
Great.
Yeah! Fight!
Air combo.
Yeah! Fight! Yeah!
Air combo.
Let's go! Whirlwind!
Maximum.
Fight! Yeah!
Air combo.
Let's go! Whirlwind!
Maximum.
Spin!
Yes.
Spin!
Cool.
Take this! Take this! Take this!
Yes.
Yeah! Take this! Ha! Fight! Ha! Yeah!
Air combo.
Spinning! Roar! Thunder! Finish! Spinning mixer!
Maximum.
Fight! Yeah!
Good.
Yeah! Spinning mixer!
Good.
Spinning mixer! Roar! Thunder! Finish!
Awesome.
Fight! Ha!
Air combo. Crossover. Crossover attack. Yes. Beautiful. Yes. Yes.
It's gonna crash if I go in the arcade mode.
Welcome to the world of Marvel
Not
vs.
really ready to
Capcom
play
3.
online yet with these
The
new
world's
characters
greatest
today.
heroes are all here.
They got my
Lay
boy
claim
Batsu
to
in
your
there, so I'm
glorious
very
victory.
happy.
Arthur.
Dude hasn't been in a video game in a hot minute. I'm liking Rashid as well.
Devil Joe.
Rashid always felt like he should have been in a Marvel game anyway. Kind of felt like put him in the wrong game. He could do some pretty cool stuff in Street Fighter 6 from what I've seen, but still, like, he should have been in an actual Marvel game.
Iron Fist. Iron Fist. dare to believe you can survive. Live and let die. Fight! First attack. Air combo. Danger.
No fight left in it.
Down.
One down. You're not out of this thing yet.
Good.
Great seal attack.
Level 2.
Weakness of
Yes.
great seal attack.
Yes. Crossover. Yes. Crossover attack. Crossover attack.
Later.
Level 3. Air combo. Level 3.
Seal attack.
Danger. Dude.
Crazy combo.
Down.
Teammates down and still close.
X-Factor. Yes. Danger. Level 4. Air KO. You win.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
Live and let die. Fight. First attack. Yes.
These two fighters are bringing together.
Air combo. Yes. Level 2. Danger. Down. Yes. Big mistake. Air combo.
Showtime!
Excellent. Level 3. Down. Level 1. Air combo. Dude. Level 4. Crossover. Danger. Level 2.
Here's the finale!
And that's cool. KO. You win.
Get ready
Yeah,
for the
modded
fight
characters.
of your life.
Live and let die. Fight. First attack. Air combo. Yes.
Yeah, they have like straight up like 30 more characters in this game now. It's nuts how many they have.
Level 3. Air combo. Sweet. Advancing guard. Level 3. Yes. Level 4. Danger. Air combo. Down. Good. Yes. Level 4. Yes. Danger.
No fight left.
Crossover attack.
Tag out.
Danger. Maximum. Hyper combo KO. You win.
I really wanted to play this game.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
When it was the hot game, but the netcode held me back.
Fight. First attack.
I was decent at this game. I wasn't like maybe barely above average.
Yes.
Netcode was horrendous. It really triggered me. So
Danger.
It's interesting how things haven't changed that much.
Level 2. Air combo.
Some of these games are like really fun to play, but the netcode is just horrible. There's no crossplay, so there's never anyone on. Getting kind of tired of that.
Air combo.
I will strike the fight!
Reversal.
Hurricane!
Level 4.
Mighty strike!
Yes.
Mighty strike! I have
Danger. Maximum.
What? I gotta do this alone?
Maximum. Air combo.
roar! Thunder!
You're on!
Down. Level 2. Sweet.
Let's give it our...
Oh, wonder!
Yes.
Heads up! Finish him!
Yes.
Heads up! Heads up!
X Factor. Danger.
Old X Factor.
Not.
Smash buttons and win.
You win.
I actually really didn't like X
Get ready
Factor.
for the
I
fight
thought
of your
it
life.
was like one of the worst comeback mechanics.
Live and let die. Fight.
It's just like pop the button and you're like twice as fast. And you do like the most basic like beginner combo and you take off like 70% of the health. My time playing this game, I never felt like I earned a win when I used it.
Level 2.
But they've gotten a lot better about comeback mechanics after this game came out. It's like one of my biggest criticisms of this game. It's stupid. I think comeback mechanics are more fun when they give you an advantage, but you don't just straight win the game. That's what I didn't like about this game.
Level 2. Air combo.
Just make everybody a superhero.
Spinning mixer! The storm is tough.
Oh man, it's playing. The music's playing. Best song. I wonder, I think there's a couple other modded characters. Maybe I can grab those really quick. I actually like Marvel Infinite more than Marvel 3. I like the gameplay a lot better, but there are a lot of other things wrong with that game. The roster sucked, the music sucked, the game didn't really have a timeless art style like 3 does. I think the gems were a better comeback mechanic, or they would have been if they were better balanced. Pretty much towards the end of that game's competitive lifespan, everybody just kept using space. Space basically made it so you had to basically block mix-ups for like 10 seconds straight. They didn't really balance the other gems out very well. They tried to, but the other ones were just worse. Some people did some cool stuff with the Soul Gem, but in like actually trying to win a match and not like banking on doing some crazy combo to win, the Space Gem was like the only one anyone really used. It got kind of boring to watch. It's like they didn't want it to be as crazy as X Factor. They wanted you to like actually work for a comeback and have to like build your team around it. It was just more interesting in concept, but it wasn't really well done. It's like, okay, nothing in the game is better than just putting somebody in a cube for like 10 seconds and they have to basically just test their blocking skills. I wish that game would get mods, actually. It'd be cool. Like, maybe buff some of the crap characters like Black Panther, and then, make the other gems, like, on par with the Space Gem. Yeah, if you go back and watch that game, it matches from the last few years. That's like all anybody uses. It gets pretty boring, honestly. See, I'm seeing Iceman here. I'm seeing Sakura's here. And people really love Marvel 3. I think both games have their pros and cons. It's really easy to just say that Infinite sucks. I like the combat better in Infinite, to be honest. There's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do with it. It's just the comeback mechanic is tries to be better, but it ends up having the same problem. I don't know. I haven't watched a Marvel tournament in like ages. I wonder if maybe the meta has changed a little bit. But when I was still playing, everybody just kept spamming the Space Gem. It's like so much better than everything else. I just wish that game got the support that they promised. That was like why I bought that game. I liked what I saw of the gameplay, but they promised that they were going to add more to the roster, and they didn't. A bummer. But yeah, Bishop is in the game too. They basically have like most of the major X-Men in the game now. There's the DMC5 Virgil. There's the DMC1 Dante. I don't know where to get those though. Yeah, I don't have the DMC5 Virgil. I don't know where to find that. Oh, Moon Knight is in the game too. Iceman. You're nuts, man. There's like a good like 30 new characters in Marvel 3 now. Captain Commando, Asura got added. I think I'm done for tonight, folks. I actually have to go. I got to do some stuff today. I got to go to Best Buy, pick up some stuff for my neighbor. I'm gonna try to get a new adapter so I can do mobile streams again, direct feed, better quality. I don't know what to expect though. It might be something wrong with the computer. It like doesn't like the adapter that I have, but I gotta do that today, and then I also have to house sit for them tonight for like 5 hours as well. So I'm gonna be a little bit busy today. I'll probably come back on when I'm over there. I'll do the usual mobile stream, and then if I have time between getting the adapter and coming back and it actually working, because I won't need to stream to see if it works or not. We'll probably do a mobile stream to test that out too. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I should probably get some bed. Should get some rest, and I'll see you later. Good night.